Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World and the weekly reset video, the last weekly reset video of version 7. And this is going to be a special video, guys, because I'm going to put a bunch of things into one single video. First off, thank you very much everyone who is using my supporter creator code, my creator tag up there in the supporter creator program right here. You guys have just you guys rock. You guys are incredible. I can't say thank you enough. Thank you so much, guys, for using my code. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. So what are we gonna do in this video? First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go look at the item shop, because I did tell people that more than likely, is anything going gold? Okay, the legendary troll stash went gold. Nothing I really need there, so I'm not gonna buy any of them. But I did tell people that more than likely, because we haven't had a patch update yet, first of all, Frostnite is still here. Yeah, Frostnite is still here. Frostnite will still be here until tomorrow morning when the patch update drops. And even though the weekly shop has changed, the event shop should still be the same. Okay, it is. Okay. So you still have what, 6, 7, 8 hours maybe to grind out a little bit more gold. I believe I might do so. I believe I might grind out, and I may grind out a couple more coins, one more daily at least, to get myself 10,000 coins. Why? Because coins are going away. Coins are going away. Coins are going to turn into gold, which means I'm gonna have a nice little chunk of gold already for next version, which is gonna be awesome. So if you guys want to know what to purchase here, if you guys want to know what's important to get here, all of these heroes and everything, just up there, there's going to appear a little eye at the very top of the corner of the screen. Click on that. It's going to take you to my Wednesday morning video where I talk all about what's been going on, what's happening this week, what I recommend to get, etc., and all that good stuff. Nothing new here. If you want to get this with your daily coins, you can, but like I said, it's going to be going away. So what are we going to do right now? I am going to do 3 huge things. I am going to open 50 Lunar Llamas. Yes, we're going to have opening 50 Lunar Llamas. Let me show you guys here. Okay. In the background, we're going to be opening 50 Lunar Llamas using the rest of my 25,000 tickets to even it out. Oops, went one over. To even it out to 50,000 tickets used, 100 llamas opened. Of course, I believe I still have some more tickets, so I'm going to be using those in the winter llamas, or I may just wait and see what happens, because we don't know which llama it's going to turn into when they leave. While we're doing this, while we're opening this up, because there's nothing else to talk about because it's the weekly reset, but there's nothing new until tomorrow morning. So what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about several things. Let me pull it up here. We're going to be talking, so there's 3 big things to talk about. First of all, there's the AMA, I guess the AMA, or the blog, I guess, or the video. There's the AMA that happened today. There is the hero loadout video that occurred, and something else that just dropped, which is the hero, what's it called? What did they call it? They called it the hero loadout master perk sheet. Okay, so we have a ton of hero loadout information to go over, and the AMA to go over. Of course, I will leave links down below in the description if you guys want to go check out the video yourself that they made for the hero loadout. Please do. I'm not going to watch it on this stream. I'm just going to talk about it. So the video is going to be there. A link for the video, a link to Reddit, to this hero loadout master perk sheet, to the AMA, and to the AMA roundup. We're mostly just going to read through and talk about both the AMA and the AMA roundup. So let me go ahead and start this. Okay, we got 49 left. While we're opening these in the background, let's talk about, that's not what we're going to talk about. This one. There we go. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's open these llamas in the background, and while we're opening them, do we need to make this smaller? Now we'll leave it like this. You guys can kind of see what's happening back there. And if anything really crazy shows up in the llamas, we'll talk about it. Oh, riot control. Dragon rifle. Oh yeah, we're trying to get some more of the roars, huh? Okay. So, Save the World AMA. Hey everyone, welcome to Save the World AMA. We're so happy you could be here, etc, etc, etc. They had Poppin' Fresh Doughs in production, Epic Irascible in design, Epic Jason in design, Gillies in design, and here Loadout. We just got a Dragon's Fury behind me, and Epic going ham in engineering. They said, before we dive into more specific questions, we want to cover some topics that came up so many times in the initial AMA announcement. So what happened is that they went ahead, and in this one, the reason why I'm going to be reading and talking about the AMA, and we're going to also be talking about the roundup, is because they actually did this first. They gave us a bunch of information. They gave us a bunch of... because there was a lot of things that came up constantly. And I will say this gets a little complicated. So if you guys want to read along with yourself, or if you guys want to dive a little deeper into this, of course, like I said, I will leave the links down below so you guys can go check it out. So, performance console issues. We've not been super great at communication here, and that's kind of like an overwhelming thing, or like an umbrella term for a lot of things here. So we do want to confirm we're aware of the console performance issues and consider them very high priority.
Cool.
Now, I think before we keep going, I need to say this. I will say this: the amount of information, the amount of communication that we got in this AMA is ridiculous. It's I mean, we know that they hear us. We know that they've been listening to us. We know that they've read along with our comments, that the people who have been making videos about Save the World, we know that Epic Games is watching. They are listening. They are. Sometimes eerily, because you guys know sometimes I'll say something and it's like, whoa, where'd that come from? An update or something. But it does feel like, even though they've acknowledged a lot of these things, they haven't really let us know that they're acknowledging them. And even just to saying, hey, we hear this, we'll work on it, is nice. Of course, people eventually, we're going to be like, okay, so you said you're working on it, when are we going to see a result? Of course, I get that. And yes, a lot of us have paid for this game, some more than others, so you kind of do feel like that there's, we're kind of owed something there. I personally don't feel that way. I personally feel that I'm supporting a developer, especially in a beta game, even a developer as big as Epic Games. I kind of feel like what I value more is the constant communication, kind of like what we got in this AMA. And honestly, if we were to get this much of information, I'm just going to pick up a Dragon's Roar right now. You guys will be able to see it right here, come up in a second. Right there. This amount of information would be wonderful to have in a weekly information roundup, or a developer's update. Bi-weekly even, or once a month to have a communication from the developer saying, hey, listen, we hear your concerns. Even if they just say that, hey, we hear your concerns. Just saying just that would be a really good step in the right direction. Late last year, we did a big push to improve client game thread performance and eliminate hitches due to loading assets during play. Once some progress was made in the storefront, it became clear that we have other classes of issues still degrading the player experience. More recently, our performance attention has been targeting networking concerns when bandwidth is limited for any number of reasons. Not just the quality of an internet connection. There will be out-of-sync issues that are distinct from other client hitches. We have a series of optimizations in the works for sending less network data. That's very, very, very ambitious, especially during combat. These begin rolling out in 7.4 and will continue through Season 8. So, again, it definitely feels like they have heard that, and they have a plan to work on it. This is pretty awesome. I guess I'm still kind of waiting for that post-mortem 2.4, but it is what it is. Locker emotes. We're going to kick off the work to allow emotes that you've earned or purchased in VR to be usable and Save the World soon. We'll share more details as we have them. Oh my goodness. Okay, that right there, guys, is a huge one. Yes. They are going to kick it off. So does that mean that we're going to get them next week? No. Does that mean we're going to get them next month? Probably not. Does it mean we'll get them next version? Maybe. Maybe version 9 is when we're going to see them. Please understand, guys, that, and again, this is something, it's a beta game. We know that's a limited group of people who are working on Save the World. So a lot of times for them to enable things like the hero loadout. We heard about the hero rework in version 6, I believe it was. Maybe even before that. So we've been hearing these things for a long time, and it's nice to see that they are delivering on it. A timeline, or just basically saying, hey, it's still in the works, we're planning to release it. Then even if they were to push it along, even if they had pushed this, even if they had pushed this hero rework or the hero loadout changes out a month or a couple of weeks, it would have been fine as long as they keep us in the loop of what they're trying to do. Because this is a big one, guys. This is a big one. The future of Twine peaks. Lots of questions from everyone here, both about narrative and about endgame activities. For now, our short-term plan with Twine is to start revamping it into an area with content more appropriate for endgame players. With light narrative support. Instead of starting a brand new campaign in Twine, this effort will be a long pull. We're planning to introduce higher level and more challenging missions, as well as a means to earn unique loot only available in Twine. Ideally, by the tail end of the season. Again, guys, this is probably not going to show up until, what are we now, in February? May, late May. So probably we're going to be seeing this mid to late May. We know how slow time passes when you're playing a game, especially if you're playing a game every day. So again, they are working on it. We are going to start seeing new, more challenging missions, I guess, maybe level 128 missions in Twine with no story. If you guys see here, they are not planning to make a story for Twine. Does that mean story's over? No. For the narrative, we fully intend to continue to tell stories about the denizens of home base, both as contained standalone episodes as well as those that advance the established story. We love the characters that make up Save the World, and we're going to experiment with new narrative delivery methods in the future. Season 8 itself will feature 2 different and base-spent storylines, one available at the beginning of the season and one in the middle. So apparently we are going to have an event. We are going to have an event at the beginning of season 8. That's wonderful to hear, which is going to be, I think this is going to kind of be like when Fortnite first came out. I don't know if it's going to have a whole new map for itself, but remember Fortnite, the story of Fortnite, both the first time and Fortnite 2, it had an ongoing narrative story. And then we had Blockbuster as well, introduced characters. It had several, it was a little story that wasn't exactly in the actual, you know, main story, but it did help fill in the gaps, and it was a little event storyline. So a little event narrative, wonderful to hear. How many of those spears am I getting?
It's the Reaper.
God, maybe they're going to be great for in the near future. General direction. Many of the initial questions were some variant of, will you improve feature X? Will you ever add feature Y? Have you thought about C, etc. which can occasionally be tricky to answer very well. The long and probably unsatisfying answer is that we have a lot of ambitions for Save the World and where it could go in the future. So often the answer to all 3 is a yes. It just depends on where it ends up in the priority stack. And again, guys, this is something that we know is going to happen. We know this is how it works. We know, I mean, if you have been a part of an ongoing beta before, of course, you know, the developers want, just like us, we have tons of ideas and tons of things that we want to see, and they want to see as well. But you can't get everything. You can't put everything into a game. So just looking at what we have from what, and I was talking with someone about this yesterday, I think it was, and we really got into it thinking, okay, if we remember what Save the World was day 1 compared to what it is now, it's still the core. The core is still there, but the graphics, the sound, the story, the voice acting, the UI, the llamas, the gold, the seasonal gold, the perk recombobulator, now the hero rework. I'm thinking the big 3 is the seasonal gold, the UI, actually the big 4, the seasonal gold, the perk recombobulator, the UI, and the hero loadout. Those are 4 giant game mechanics that have been, they took what was there and they just spun it around, and it looks amazing. We haven't got a chance to play around with the hero loadout yet, but it seems like it started as a small idea, which has just evolved into a huge thing. It looks amazing, guys. For the immediate short term, we're looking to release the hero loadout tomorrow and iterate on it some from there. Aside from things already mentioned, we'll also be looking to add some more activities missions as well. For now, those will show up as beta storm tests over time. Hope it's often. But we're also going to be experimenting with more ambitious ideas that will take longer to pan out. The first beta storm coming up is called Eliminate and Collect. The new mission is all about combat. You only have 10 minutes to eliminate as many of the enemy as possible. You can tell I didn't get this far when I was skimming over. The new mission is all about you'll have a minimum number to eliminate and have to collect a set number of samples the enemy will occasionally drop to claim victory. The more you eliminate, the better your reward. Watch out, the storm is closing in fast. There will also be a random bonus objectives each time you play. From a broader vision of the game standpoint, we also want to continue to make strides against moving more of the game out of the UI and menus into game. Okay, I can understand how you'd want to do that, but I also okay, we really want to address some of the plans of inventory management this year as a goal. Inventory management, okay. We have some great questions to start off with. Here we go. So there's a couple of questions here. So this was the basic. If you jump down here, there's also a link of comments that there's a list of comments that like people made questions here and they answered them, and a lot of these I noticed are not in the roundup, which we're going to talk about in a second. So what I'm going to talk about, I want to show you guys this one. So someone here said in season 8 daily coins are being, well, someone asked about daily coins, and someone said, well, they said they're going to add traps. That's wonderful. Then they said that daily coins are being removed entirely and replaced by gold. Existing daily coins will be converted to gold. I'm thinking it's going to happen tomorrow. I hope it's going to happen tomorrow because I'm already pretty low on gold right now as it is. There's going to be the beta storm thing. There's something about, okay, there's a suite of improvements for storm shields that are currently in development. They're tentatively planned for sometime in season 9. And then you can go to it because it includes, they set several things that they have in plan for it. It's, again, I highly recommend you go into this because I'm not going to go into every single one, or this will turn into, like, you know, a 12-hour video.
Awesome.
Not going to do that. We're just going to keep it, you know, kind of here. And if you guys want to go check it out, like I said, I'll have the links down below. There'll be a link to the video for the hero loadout rework. There'll be a link to and 3 links, one for the red AMA, one for the AMA roundup, and one for the list for the hero master listing. In season 8, we're introducing a new visual update in Plankerton that significantly changes the look of the zone, and there are much more rundown in tone to show the progression. That's really awesome. I kind of wish that we had this for us. So you know what? I kind of hope that they do something so that we can go back and enjoy these areas too, because if they're going to be revamping all of Plankerton, I would love to revisit it, you know. Okay, so here's the comment that I really want to point out. They did say how much we're going to get. Epic Jason said we're giving 240 goals per 100 daily coins. So I'm going to go ahead and try and get myself my I'm going to finish one more event, so I have 10,000 coins, which means that I'm going to have 24,000 gold when this turns over. So hopefully it happens right away. Hopefully it happens tomorrow morning, and if it does, I'm going to be sitting on enough gold to hopefully get the basic stuff for the first couple of weeks. Hopefully, you never know. They're planning to form oh, okay. So the death burst thing is something that if anyone out there, if you main the ninja or you love using ninjas, you know how much the death burst thing can be an issue sometimes. They said death bursts are on our radar as something to improve. Although we don't have a solid time frame for this, in addition to performance, we also want to try and introduce a bit more of there's a counterplay thing. Again, follow the link, go read this. Let's see, save the world content. There was something else here. They're not resetting gold, and they removed the gold cap. So for everyone who's been asking about the gold cap and the gold, if it's going to be refreshed, no, they are not resetting it, and they've removed it. So I'm sure they have some big plans for a lot of extra stuff that's going to be coming. And again, all of these you can go and find them if you read through the whole thing. Oh, and finally, another one they said was someone asked about the Storm King pins, that they have started mailing them, so we should be getting them in the next couple of weeks. I did put my request for mine in a little late, so I don't expect to get mine till maybe late March, but hopefully I'll get it. Okay, so that's the one for that. And then we're gonna go to the roundup. Save the world roundup. Where's the roundup? Roundup. Oh, save the world AMA. Okay, let me go look for this real quick because I know I have it somewhere, but let me find it really quick. Doop. Yeah, we never even talked about the drift board being disabled. Ooh, yeah. Save the world AMA. That's the one we just talked about. There's the hero loadout. There's the wrap up. Okay, so here's the wrap up. So after the AMA finished, there was a wrap up, of course. So there were a ton of comments. We're gonna go through a little bit of this because some of these are also already in the other one that I said. Let's see. Actually, it looks like, yeah, there's a couple of here that are not in the other one. There's the Storm Chest, the Storm King one. Okay, so here's a couple of ones that I really want to talk about. They said we aren't happy with how obscured mission alert quarters currently are, and we're planning to make changes to them tentatively in the late season 8 or early season 9 timeframe. They're planning a bunch of SSD quality of life improvements soon. They won't be in season 8 though. So, and that's something that I was kind of really hoping to see, that they would, you know, kind of address the SSD issue. SSDs, I feel like they have a huge potential, and they are the base of our map. It would be wonderful if we could like zip back to our SSD at any time, or maybe if we had to defend our SSDs from constant attacks. You know, there's just a lot of different things that we could do to make our, you know, to make our storm shields, to make our home bases, you know, like just really OP, and maybe even furnish them or something. It'd be awesome if we could make them like our home, you know. So then they talked about the things that would be okay. This is a really good one. Someone did ask about how many were we going to be able to do? 10 mutant storms a day and 5 beta storms per day. That is going to be wonderful. If we have beta storms from the beginning, we're being able to do 5 per day. I know that for some people is not enough, but you know what? It's a good amount. It's a good amount. It's a good starting point. There was one more thing I wanted to... I'm not going to talk about this one. Okay, here we go. So there's a funny comment that someone did about the community, which I thought was really funny. But then they asked, let's see, when we rework Twine Peaks for endgame players, we will extend the difficulty bands up, and tier 5 crafting materials will be much more common in these higher difficulty missions. We built out, this is a huge one because it does address the tier 6 things. We built out the tier 6 crafting materials back before launch as a future proofing thing, so we could eventually bump up the power levels of our items if they were not supposed to be available in the wild. Even if we eventually add an additional tier, we'll create new crafting materials instead of reusing those old ones. So, whew, okay, so that is pretty huge, guys. That is pretty huge. I don't know if they're going to do it for sure. If they're gonna just, you know, take away all of our, or just the materials won't work anymore. But from what they're saying here, if they add an eventual tier 6, tier 7 above, they're gonna create an entirely new type of materials, and the old ones are just gonna be for show. I don't know, guys. I don't know. That is a huge one to me. That is a really huge one to me. I really wonder how and they're gonna do that, how it makes some people feel, you know, that they can't use those materials. But anyway, okay, so that's that for that. The last thing I want to show you guys is talking about this new thing, the Hero Loadout Master Perk Sheet. Of course, right here is the Hero Loadout overview. I don't want to play it, so good, it didn't play automatically. So it's right there. If you guys want to go check it, it is a dev update. They do talk, and it's interesting because they kind of show us a little bit of how it works. Personally, for me, I was kind of like, okay, that's great. It's interesting to see, you know, we got to see, oh my gosh, there's so much in that video, guys. I'm not going to go into, I recommend you look at it. Look in the bottom corner at 5 seconds. Oh my gosh. Then you can see it's not going to be a double jump. It's like a triple jump that some ninjas can get. There's the floating thing that Lynx is going to get. There's so many little, this is going to become huge. And I do want to talk a little bit about how I feel about that, maybe a little bit of a rant or so, because I hope it doesn't get too complicated, okay? That's just all I'm going to say about that, but I will be talking about that soon, as well as I know a lot of people have been asking me. I did say that I was going to make a video probably titled What Went Wrong, or Where Did We Go Wrong, and I am going to be talking about that. I wanted to wait and see if they said anything here, but they didn't address this, and I'm gonna actually have to redo part of that video now, because we do have some more information. But I do want to talk about this, and I will be making a video, probably releasing it maybe sometime this weekend. And basically I want to talk about what I think happened, and because of Battle Royale. What happened to Save the World because of Battle Royale? Save the World was going in one direction, Battle Royale came, and Save the World didn't go in a complete different direction. It kind of just got, you know, taken off the tracks, and it chugged along in its own pace, and eventually something happened there. And obviously we can see there is an active team here working really hard, but their vision of Save the World now, I believe, is very different from what it was supposed to be, or what it originally was. So seeing where we're going now, I kind of want to talk about that, about what I think happened and where I think we're going now. And that's a question that I was really hoping for someone to ask. I don't know if someone did ask. I haven't gone through all the questions, but I would be really curious to know if they could tell us, you know, are we still in the same world? You know, is Battle Royale and Save the World going to intersect again in the future? Because obviously we're kind of turning into our own game. You know, it is. It's like under the Fortnite banner, you've got several game modes, you know, Save the World, Fortnite, and Creative. So, Save the World, Battle Royale, and Creative. So 3 different game modes that apparently are going in their own directions. They're still in the same universe, but it would be really great if they directly interacted with each other, and one supported the other and explained more of what's happening in the other. And okay, like I said, I'll be talking about that very soon in like a Let's Talk, because I do have a lot. But in those videos, I usually just go off on a wild tangent and I rant like crazy. I might actually even make that video during the stream, maybe get some of your guys' input as well about that, all that. But this is the last thing, guys, the Hero Loadout Master Perk Sheet. Basically, this is a very, very, very confusing giant sheet that I'm going to show you guys a little bit here. Basically, you're going to be, you guys can't see it very well here, but you have the hero name, you're going to have a hero perk, you're going to have a description, you're going to have a commander upgrade in the class. You're going to be able to see everything that happens on paper. Now, I was looking at this. The really cool part here is this right here, where you're going to be able to see not only who they are, but the perk and the description. So if you kind of want to see like what's going to happen, or what new things are coming, definitely I recommend you go here. I did wonder, is there, can you use it? Okay, so I apparently you will need to keep these within class, but I still hope we can mix and match. But anyway, I'll leave that link down below too if you guys want to go check this out. If you don't have a Reddit, doesn't matter. You can just click on it and go. They will ask you to make an account and everything, which I recommend you do. It's a pretty cool thing to do. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. I can't believe we got through all that. I really did want to talk with you guys about all this without going a little bit too overboard. Last couple of llamas here. Let's get them. think I got some pretty good stuff. You know what? I wish, yeah, it'd be wonderful if we could organize these. Oh, another one. It'd be great if we could organize these when we get everything at the very end and just show like just the legendaries. That would be awesome. Can we do that now? I don't think we can do that now, can we? Let me check. Let's check real quick. Alright, there we go. We're done with this. So 50 llamas are done. No, we can't. I got a total of 400, and you can barely see it right there. It's over there. 450 schematics. I got some pretty good stuff. I got some. You know what? I only got like 1 or 2 of the dragon roars. Let's see if we got a good one. The Roman candle one. Man, the Roman candle. I was told that the Roman candle has gotten better. Dragon's Fury with affliction. Ooh, we may have to work on that one. Dragon's Fury with affliction. Nice. There's a Dragon's Might with snare. Thank you. Not for me. I got several of the fangs. There's another Dragon's Fury with stun. Huh, increases impact. That would be interesting. Huh, increasing impact. Actually, that's really cool. That would actually be really cool. We'll have to try it out. I'm looking for that Dragon's Roar I got. I thought, there it is. Snares. Are you kidding me? Are you not going to give me an affliction one? Are you not going to... Oh my gosh, I don't think they gave me an affliction one. Are you serious? 50 of those llamas, and I only got 1 Dragon's Roar, and it doesn't even have affliction. You know what? I may have to flux one of these guys up. I may have to flux one of these guys up. Is that for on the headshot, or wait, is that on the headshot that it causes it? On kill, it spawns the Roman candle. That wouldn't be bad actually. Wow. Okay, that kind of stinks. 1 Dragon's Roar. 1 Dragon's Roar out of all that. Well, like I said, I may need to go ahead and just rank one of those up. But that's it, guys. We're done. I'm done. I still have 11,000 tickets. I may just go ahead and wait and see what happens, what they are converted into, because of course they're probably not going to be allowed to remain. They're going to be converted into probably, I would say, winter llamas. I'm just going to make sure that I have in my collection book, you know, everything. I believe I do. If I'm not mistaken, event schematics. Let's check. Dragon. Where's the dragon stuff? Crystal, medieval, rat rod. There's you go, dragon weapons. So yeah, I finally got 1 sword. I got 1 of the swords. So I'll be able to slot this one. What does it have? Snares. Whoa, it's a big sword. Dude, that's a big sword. And what else did I get? I have a heartbreak in that. So yeah. Yeah, I mean I have everything I need. And if I'm not mistaken, this one, oh, this is a pre-recombobulated one actually. Huh. Actually, I might need to take this one out and recombobulate it and see what it gives me. We'll have to see that. But anyway, there we go, guys. That is a very different weekly reset video. Yes, the week did reset. Yes, we've got a couple of new llamas here, and we've got the new weekly items, but the event stuff is still here. Of course, tomorrow morning when the reset occurs, which if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be an 8 a.m. reset, if I think correctly. Let me check really quick. I don't know if they've posted yet what time it's going to happen. Ahoy mateys. Oh wow, so it is going to be a a pirate theme for Battle Royale. Season 8 approaches and X marks the spot. Downtime begins tomorrow at 4 a.m. So patch notes will be out at 4 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Central. So I'll be releasing a video around then, and you know what? We may need to stream a lot tomorrow and just jump into this and see when it all comes back. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. As always, I am DUJ2. Again, thank you so much to all of you guys who are using my supporter creator code. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so very much. We talked a lot about a lot of things in this video, and we opened the llamas. We finished the llamas. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoy what I do on my channel, please do me a huge favor. Have yourself a wonderful day. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.